Hello everyone, my name is Tyler, and I decided to make this channel to try to reduce the chaos that is going on in this world at the time of the coronavirus. I have family members that are possibly sick with the coronavirus, so I wanted to look at the statistics. When I did, I realized that this virus is none too special. There have been far more deadlier and more contagious diseases that have come and gone without this level of craziness. When I found these statistics out, it calmed me down and showed me you can't believe everything that you hear online. I know, what a shock. As of March 19th of 2020, there are currently 245,532 people who have contracted this virus, 26,710 of them being within the last 24 hours. These numbers are only showing people who have been confirmed to have the virus, so this does not include the people who are infected with other sicknesses that have similar symptoms to the coronavirus. Now I know that does sound like a lot of people though, but think about this. There are over 7.5 billion people in the world. Doesn't sound so bad now, does it? Now for the part that everyone dreads to talk about though. There have been 10,048 deaths. That is a 4% death rate worldwide. However, this includes the elderly, and it includes places that don't have the best healthcare systems. Don't think that the situation isn't a big deal, but there isn't a need to panic necessarily as of now. For those of you who are under 50 years old, you have almost zero reason to panic, at least for when it comes to this disease. For ages 0 to 9, there have been no fatalities. For 10 all the way to 39, there is only a 0.2% death rate. Going by 2018 statistics for car accidents, there was a 1.9% chance of dying in a car accident, but we all continue to drive, right? For 40 to 49 years old, there is a slight bump to 0.4%. The first single-digit percentage, being 1.3%, is when you are in your 50s, due to health issues generally starting to develop at this age range. There is a 3.6% for people in their 60s, and then there is a pretty big spike for 70-year-olds at 8%. Now, for those people who manage to defy the odds of most things being fatal before you can make it to 80 and above, they have the highest death rate at 14.8%. Now that would be scary. I am not a healthcare professional by any standard. I am just a guy trying to find out if I should be worried about my family. I am not saying that everyone should just run about breathing on everyone and not being aware of what germs they could be spreading. However, there's very little reason for younger people to be so scared of this virus. Be careful, but not scared. Just because of us younger people having less of a reason to be worried about the virus doesn't mean we shouldn't take our health into consideration though. When we are around those who might be immunocompromised, such as those with pre-existing conditions. We should all be cautious, but this is not the worst thing that has ever come to our doorstep. For example, if you want to talk deadly, let's talk about Ebola. While not the most contagious disease out there, if you did catch the disease, you had a 70% chance of death. I do remember Ebola getting a fair amount of coverage, but I will talk about that a little later. If you want to look at something that is contagious, albeit not too deadly, we find chickenpox. Chickenpox on average would infect 8 other people from a single person. I feel like everyone I know who is older had a story about getting chickenpox when they were a kid. There is a whole bunch of other diseases spread in between with varying death rates and contagion levels. We have tuberculosis with roughly 6 infections per person infected with a 66% death rate. There is also SARS with a 2 infections per person rate with a 10% death rate. But now for the coronavirus. The coronavirus is currently sitting at 2 to 2.5 infections per person with the aforementioned 4% death rate. Seems like it's not that bad. Just imagine being around back in the days of the bubonic plague with a 90 to 95% death rate. So why is this virus being treated so differently than all these other diseases? Well, in one simple word, the media. In more words, we look at the internet a lot more than we did back then. I can't find the exact statistics anymore, but the total media hits when looking at these diseases is pretty crazy. We have a lot of diseases never even breaking 2 million media hits. That means news articles and people talking about it on social media. We do have Ebola, SARS, and MERS. We're all sitting close to 2 million. We had the swine flu sitting at roughly 5 million, I believe. There were a couple more in there that I don't necessarily remember, with the second to most media coverage being tuberculosis at 50 million. Now, which one do you think takes number 1? To no one's surprise, it is the coronavirus, with 1.1 billion media hits. And people wonder why everyone is scared. Now remember, TB, short for tuberculosis, is deadlier and more contagious than the coronavirus, and yet it doesn't even compare to the media coverage. That's all I have for this video. I do plan on putting out a part 2 of this video, but I wanted to get this video out and see what people thought. I have a few different ideas for where I want this channel to go in the future, so if you care to stick around, I'd be grateful. Thank you.